welcome, guys. Come on in. Let's chat. I want to do some Q&A around manifestation, around mindset. Let's talk about what is going on in your reality. You are trying to shift, right? You're trying to level up in your life. What's going on? Are there any blockages that you're experiencing, right? Is your mind continuing to play games with you and distracting you from where you're going? Let's talk about it. All right. So, if you notice that things like that are going on, then you definitely want to tune into this live. Okay. Whenever you're trying to level up in your life, know that your old identity is going to be trying to stop you. I want you to know that, okay? It's going to take work. It's going to take intentional movement for you to get to where you want to go. So you may be someone who has discovered, had your awakening, and you are trying to figure out what is going on, what you are doing, what you are experiencing right now in this in between time where it just seems like things are blah, right? You've disconnected from the old version of yourself, but you have not yet seen the results that you want and desire in that new reality. So you're like in this in between time of like nothing really happening. I want you to know that this time is very, very important for you because you're very receptive to suggestions. You've disconnected from who you were or used to be. And so now you are open. You are open to uh, being reprogrammed. All right. So if you're not careful, that old program will pick back up. But if you are calculated, right, you should stay focused on where you're going. Okay. Stay committed to the new you so that you will build up enough momentum for this new identity and it will begin to take over. It will begin to be your norm. Okay. In this in between time of where you used to be and where you're going, this is a very important time because this is your opportunity to lean towards the things that you truly want. All right. A lot of times during this time, people are thinking about what didn't work out for them and what they're leaving behind. But during this time of transition, I want to encourage you to continue to look forward. All right. You want to always look towards where you're going and not dwell on the things that did not work out for you. How many of us relive over and over in our head the things that didn't work out for us, the people that hurt us, right? We just consistently, like, we can't help it, but we feel it. We remember it. This is dangerous to creation. You are a creator. So you are to stay devoted to your creation. We understand that it doesn't matter what we've been through. What matters is where we're going. What matters is where we're headed, right? And what's going to screw up your manifestation is you taking your focus off where you're going and putting it back on your past. I see it all the time. Okay? What you think about, you create. Put it in the comments. What I think about, I create. Be conscious of what is going on here. Be conscious of the game that you are playing. This game called life. Yes, you are. Okay? And you want to know how to play this game appropriately. Right? Okay? What I think about, I create. Put it in the comments. All right? If you are here viewing me on YouTube, make sure you give your thumbs up and heart. Okay? If you are here on TikTok, make sure that you guys show out. You guys know what to do. All right? So we understand that it's always going to be a game of evolving. Never be afraid of evolving. Okay? Never be afraid of the healing. Never be afraid to set goals. As a matter of fact, release your fears. Try your best to release the fears that you have. Okay? Because fears are simply what? Thoughts. They're just negative thoughts that you don't have to latch on to. You don't have to make those negative thoughts yours. Why are we choosing to believe and latch on to thoughts that don't serve us? You have a gazillion thoughts a day. Why are you holding on to ones that hurt you, harm you, keep you from leveling up? So you're not going to pursue your goals because of a fear. And a fear is a thought. That's what you're telling me? Absolutely not. We don't do that here. Okay? Put it in the comments. Okay. Okay. Set goals. All right? Put it in the comments. I set goals. Right? Why do I tell you to say I set goals? Number one, setting a goal is imperative to your transformation. If you do not know where you are going, the universe will not be able to help you. Put it in the comments. I set goals. Yes, I do. Right? You are a goal-driven individual. In order for you to continue to evolve, know that your goals are acting as targets. They're acting as targets for you to work towards. How will the universe know to send you situations that are going to help you through your love trauma so that you can manifest a beautiful love if you're not clear with that which you desire? Okay? So here we go. You are here and you set a goal. Now you have a target to work towards. This is a beautiful, beautiful tool that we utilize in creation. Goals, targets. We have goals and targets in every aspect of our lives. We have a goal. People will ask me, is it best to work on one manifestation at a time? One manifestation at a time. I couldn't even imagine literally working on one manifestation at a time. I couldn't. Could you imagine how much time you would waste focusing on your love right now? And then focusing on your career 5 years from now. And then focusing on like what's happening. Okay? Envision yourself as a whole, as I do. Okay? I envision myself being a loving, supportive, romantic, fun wife, right? I imagine myself being a wonderful mother. I envision myself being an outstanding entrepreneur. All of these goals, these things, these targets make up me as a whole. Now, your job is to decide those targets, right? And the divine is going to align you. I need you guys showing out, okay? If you are getting something from this live, baby, continue to pour into me while I pour into you. This is how you guys can help spread the message, right? When you guys stop doing this, guess what it's telling the platforms? That this is not a good live. Okay, that's exactly what it's telling the platform. All right. So if you're on YouTube, let's get the thumbs up. If you are here on TikTok, let's get the thumbs up. Okay. Hopefully you guys caught me this morning. All right. I'm just stopping in just to say hello before my appointment with my client. All right. So again, right, you got to use these targets. These targets will make up who I am as a whole, right? Now, the divine is going to determine when those targets are, or when those lessons to help you evolve into that being come about. So for instance, if I have a target for being a wonderful, romantic, intimate, supportive, fun loving wife, right? Okay. And then I also have this goal, this desire of being this successful entrepreneur. Now, here I am today. If I have neither of these, I am going to be devoted to my goals, to my targets every single day, working towards them every single day. As I am doing this, okay, the divine is delivering the lessons, the people, the synchronicities, the signs, the symbols, the situations for us. The divine is moving things around for us. It's not us doing that. That's the divine. I mean, we are in co-creating with the divine. So, but you know what I'm saying. The divine is moving people around, right? Okay. So it is your job to just stay focused on the goals. And if you are ready for love, the love will show up in divine timing. The situations for that abundant opportunity to become that amazing entrepreneur is showing up in divine timing. We choose the targets and we let the divine choose the how and the when. Okay, you choose the what. We let the divine choose the how and the when. Okay, does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are processing what I am saying. If you have not hopped into the and received your or ordered your complete identity shift program, what are you waiting for? All right, what are you waiting for? Details for that are in the link in my bio. All right, if you are learning to master mindset, master your mind and master manifestation, right? Create intentionally. No longer be a victim to your reality. Okay, ready to evolve because this world is shifting. Don't get left behind. All right. If you are ready for that work, if your soul is longing for that work, you should be in the complete identity shift program. Okay. If you are healing, working on healing, heavy healing right now, you'll want to get the bio scan. Okay. Link is in the profile for both of those. Questions about mindset, manifestation. We're just here hanging out a bit, guys. Questions about mindset, manifestation, the things that you are trying to transmute, transform in your life right now. Okay? So, again, we are desiring deeper connections here in this reality. Our souls are trying to evolve, right? There's a major shift going on right now. And for those of you who know, you feel it, right? You know what I'm talking about. You people are what I call, or who I call the light leaders, my light leaders, okay? You know that there's this light within you. Hi, Consuela. Okay. You know that there's a light within you. And I'm encouraging you and letting you know that the time is now to rise. Not only is it enough for you to know that there's a light within you, but we need you to be the leader. Okay? We need you to be the leader. A light leader is someone who knows that there is something different and special about them. They know this, right? Okay. But, okay, not only do they know this, they are willing to do something, okay, learn from their lessons, work through their healing in order to help the masses. Oh, yes, Kristen, it is time to lead. You, my dear, are ready. Okay. That consistency. Nothing beats consistency when you are shifting. Okay? That consistency allows for you to anchor in that new identity that you are longing for. Okay? Nothing is going to catapult you further than that consistency. All right? So if you're looking around and wondering why things aren't shifting, ask yourself, am I being consistent? That's a major issue that people have. Okay. Someone asked me how to manifest. How do you manifest? You think, you speak, you act, you feel in alignment with that which you desire. You are manifesting every day without intentionally trying. Do you use your thinking? Yes, you are manifesting. Do you use your speaking, your actions, your emotions? Yes, you are manifesting. Okay, you are. When I tell people, okay, this is how you're going to do it intentionally, they panic. They act like they don't already do this all day, every day. You do it all day, every day. I just come in and I teach you how to do it intentionally. Got lipstick on my teeth. Okay? So you do it by aligning your creative tools, your thinking, your speaking, your actions, and your emotions with the desired goal. That's how you manifest. If you want to be a teacher, you must think in alignment with being a teacher. You must speak in alignment with being a teacher. Act and feel in alignment with being a teacher every single day until it comes to fruition. That is how you manifest. Okay? You are in divine alignment with that which you desire. The question should be, are you willing to become that which you desire? That is the question. Because you must be. You must be it. Whatever it is you desire, you must be willing to become it. That's the only way you're going to see it here, is if you are willing to become it. Someone says, I have faith that I am meant for something. I just don't know what. Yes, I remember that feeling. Inside of the complete identity shift program on, I think it's like the 5th page. On the 5th page, on the last page, I should say, you're going to see a link that's going to help you with discovering your purpose. Okay, guys? I already know that that's a major issue, you know, a major issue with people that I work with. Okay. Yes. Oh, you need some attention. What are your other questions? Any questions about mindset? Any questions about manifestation? Any questions about healing? Remember, your vibration is going to determine what it is that you see in this reality. Okay? Your vibration is going to determine what it is that you see in this reality. You cannot be in divine alignment with that which you are not willing to become. That's why healing is so important. Every time you heal yourself, you are evolving. You are becoming something new. You are actually remembering. But are you divorced? Did you divorce? Did you divorce, Elena? Or are you still in the marriage? Okay. Understand this. Okay. To get through it. Okay. Okay, to get through it. So you're still in it. Okay. Is this person trying to, hi AP, how you doing? Is this person is your husband trying to work towards healing this marriage with you? I'm going to tell you this. This is what happens when we ignore red flags. I'm not trying to get on you, Elena, right? Okay. We're here for change. Okay. So someone says that they're struggling to deal with a 20-year failed marriage. Okay. Let me tell you something. Do I feel that people can heal their marriages? Yes. I feel like if you have two willing individuals, you can heal your marriage, but you cannot be the only one fighting for it. Okay. So if you are the only one fighting for it, you need to take that as a sign. Take it as a sign that someone is not willing to do the work, okay, that is necessary for your evolving. A lot of times we think that the person that we are with at this time is our end all be all. I want to let you know that is not always the case, okay? In me stepping into this marriage, okay, stepping into a marriage with someone, when you wholeheartedly are freely loving, you understand that there is a possibility that you may not end up with this person forever. Okay, when you truly understand true love, you do not attach yourself to the individual in a way that you're not willing to let them go through their own journey. And you have to be willing to have your own boundaries. You have to be willing to love yourself enough that you will shut down anything that does not wholeheartedly serve you and where you're headed. And so on this journey of true love, you may start your journey of true love at 6 years old. I want to find my forever person. And see, as you grow up, maybe at 20 years old, you met somebody and you got married to that person. That was not the person you're supposed to be with. You may still be on your journey to true love, but until you are ready to release the things that don't serve you, only then will you be able to align with the love that you are deserving of. Okay? So it is up to you. Either way, you are right. If you want to remain in it, you are right. This will be your lesson here in this lifetime. Okay? Okay? If you are if you are if you are longing for something else and you release this, you are right. You should go and do that. But see, you got to listen to your inner being, and you know whether or not you're supposed to be there. And if you do not listen, you will suffer, unfortunately. When we don't listen to the divine, we suffer, don't we? Thank you for the sub, AP. When we do not listen to the divine, we suffer. And baby, let me tell you, the divine is always giving you signs, always leading you. I told you about those distractions that will hide those signs. You're drinking, you'll miss the signs. You getting lit, you're gonna miss the signs all the time. I'm talking about all the time, y'all. You dealing with overthinking, anxiety, traumas, all of this stuff up in here, you're gonna miss the signs. You're gonna miss the signs. Okay, you must be present so you can be aware. What is the divine trying to show you? Where is the divine trying to lead you? Because the divine is always trying to help you get to that which you deserve. The beautiful things. Right? So, Elena, I am rooting for you. I'm so proud of you for acknowledging that things are not where you want them to be. Now, what are you going to do about it is the question. I know what it feels like to be in a relationship or relationships that are not right for you. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to try to force a relationship and try to keep it alive. I know what it feels like. And I'm here to tell you that what you truly want is on the other side of that. You got to release it. You got to be willing to love yourself so much that you are willing to release yourself of anything that does not serve you. You got to be willing to release the things that you are comfortable with. And people can get comfortable with trauma. We can get comfortable with just because we don't want to be alone. We don't want to be alone. This is all we know. That's a problem. That's telling me you lack self-love. You don't value yourself. You don't even trust the divine. You don't even trust in. I have more videos over here. What to do when you are at work with unhappy people. Oh my God. Low vibration all day. You have to build an invisible bubble around you, baby. You gotta be so solid in who you are that you are undisturbed. You understand? You have to be so solid in who you are that people don't bring you down. They're going to have to come on up to where you are. You feel me? They're going to have to come up to where you are. That's how you got to move. A lot of times we think that that everything is going to be perfect just because you are doing the work. When in all actuality, it's going to be harder for you. It may be harder for you because you are the light. You feel me? So you got to be willing to work through that. Okay? I always talk about having a backup plan. right? Have a backup plan. If you know that you're going to be in a toxic environment, like somewhere where you can't help, like work or something, then just have some comedy skits uh, lined up, a playlist, or have your favorite songs or your favorite music, right? Lined up. Okay. So you got to have a backup plan. What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do? We love you so much. We love you so much. Soul Reaper. Um, hey mermaid girl, what is popping? What is popping? What is popping? This is sweet and hilarious. People, I guess I be triggering people, you know, my peace, I guess. I just be triggering people, baby. Thank you, mermaid. I tagged the makers, the creators of both of my necklaces in my videos. Yes, Kristen. I'm telling you. People are weird. You have the power to change anything in your life you aren't happy with. Yes, you do. Why do I have a hard time letting go of unhealthy attachments even though I have a loving partner? Yes. So unhealthy attachments, like give me an idea. Is it something out of habit? Right? Is it something out of habit? What is it? Give me an idea of what you mean. Unhealthy attachments, even though I have a loving partner. It's like, you know, we're still programmed. You got to understand that you're still programmed, right? Ex-partners. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, because it's a program, it's conditioning. And because, again, we sometimes, you ever seen somebody like who's heavily abused keep going back to those same conditions? You ever seen that and you're like, what the fuck, girl? You're going back to this person who beat the hell out of you? You know what I'm saying? You ever seen that? You don't understand it, right? It's not something that they logically understand it, but they're programmed. It doesn't matter. Your subconscious mind gets to a point where it is programmed, conditioned. There's something embedded in you that's on autopilot. So the only way you can override that is with that consistency that I was telling you guys about. Okay? It's the consistency of you intentionally working on your new identity that's going to override that autopilotness. Okay, so you are to continue to acknowledge the loving partner. You are to continue to tell yourself, I am safe. You are to continue to tell yourself these things, right? Because if you don't, you're going to self-sabotage that new relationship or that loving relationship. I've seen it happen too many times. You're not trying to do it. You won't try to do it. Okay? All right, but you will self-sabotage it. Okay? All right, guys. I have just 2 more minutes because I got an appointment in a few at 12. Any other questions? Okay, but does that make sense? So just ignore that. That's your old you trying to show itself. Ignore that. Keep focused on where you're going. Okay, good. How to have healthier communication with my husband? Yes. So you have to start envisioning the relationship as you wish it to be. I'm always creating in my marriage, right? The creating didn't stop when I got married. The relationship is consistently evolving. This is why I say you can't, unless you're, I mean, there are some people out here that's doing black magic and all of that, right? And they will do things to force people, right, into alignment with what they want. I don't operate that way. I only control me. I focus on me, right? What do I want? I envision things as that, to be that. And this is why I say you always need two willing individuals, because my husband has to willingly step into this identity that I'm creating for the both of us. He has to willingly oblige. Okay, she desires better communication. How can I step into this? Right? It's my job to relay the message. Because they're not mind readers. Your job is to see it as done, speak it to them so that you know they know what you need, okay, and give them time to adapt to that new identity. It's not going to happen just like that. You're shifting, so you need to allow this delay time, right, for them to become too. They have to become as well. All right, guys. If you're not in the complete identity shift program, you better tap in. Link is in the profile, right? Link is in the profile. If you're working through your healing and you need some information on that, you need a good look at what's going on internally so you can take a look at your traumas, your limiting beliefs, and how it's creating those blockages for you. Book a bio scan. Okay, guys? Mwah! I love you. I have to go because I have an appointment, a bioscan appointment right here in 6 minutes. I love you guys so much. Tap in, okay?